Hey guys, welcome back to Gunpla News, episode 26 for January 2017. This is the last part 5, going to be going over some featured kits. Alright guys, welcome to the last part of this month's episode. We're just going to share with you guys 5 really awesome featured kits here. Again, if you want to go back and watch the past parts of this month's episode of Gunpla News, you can watch them all as a playlist, or you can check those all out. The first part was going over some news. Second part was going over some announcements. Third part was going over some updates of kits and figures that are going to be coming out soon. And the fourth part was talking about some resin and third-party stuff, so you can go back and check those out if you want. Let's get it started here. The first one is a Master-Grade Dom custom build by K-71, aka Mr.Dash. You can find him around on Facebook quite a lot. I really suggest checking out his Facebook page. There's also a link here to his blog page down below, where you can also check out a bunch of photos there as well. Kevin is a really cool guy and really fantastic modeler. He has really fantastic creativity in his modeling, and he has been a North America GBWC winner multiple times, I know. So just really fantastic skills, and just in terms of his skill and craftsmanship and his creativity as well, is all really amazing, and that's all coming through here in this Dom as well. I think this is his latest completed build here, and I don't think this was, as far as I know, it's not for GBWC or anything. It was just like his own personal project. Really fantastic. I mean, it's just using the Dom, but then he's also got like this axe, which I'm sure is, as far as I know, 100% scratch built, and then it has that really cool like demon mask shield there on the shoulder, the other shield on the arm, which I believe is from like the Master Grade Nataku kit, I want to say, or something like that, or modified, obviously, version of that. And like the shuttles on the backpack are from the Gundam Sandrock. But anyway, I mean, those are just some of the recognizable features. But one of the things that is great about when you kit bash stuff like that, when you use parts that are from other kits, when they blend seamlessly together is the best thing. So yeah, a few of the parts are like recognizable, but they don't like stick out. I'm not saying, oh, it's a Dom with the Sandrock's weapons attached onto its back. It all looks cohesive, which is kind of what you want to go for when you are doing something like that. So that's really cool. Also really love like this style that he does, and so he's done with this on some of his past builds as well, of like this like really intricate like details. You can see like here on the chest and on the front skirts as well. And then like he has like this kind of like painting style. It kind of looks kind of like cloudy, kind of like marble sort of. I'm not sure exactly how is the proper way to describe that. You'd probably have to hear it directly from him how he would describe it. But that painting technique looks really great. Also like the scribing, that like image that's like scribed into the side of the axe. It's really amazing. And then just like the use of like those really like bright like orb things, you can see them like in the eyes on the mask, and then eyes on the front of the chest as well, and then on the axe, and then for the mono eye of the Dom too, of course, all like shine really nice and brightly. And of course the photography is all done really well as well. That also helps when you have good photography of a kit that looks that good, and then you need to take proper photos of it, right? So that definitely helps. So again, just really fantastic. I definitely recommend you guys to go online and just take a closer look for yourself at some of these images. Just go through it, because there's a lot of images of this online. Luckily, he took a lot of images to share, so really cool, fantastic build. Really nice colors as well too on that, so just great. Next thing here is a Master Grade Gundam Crossbone X1 full cloth custom build by James Jgarage, or Jgarage. I'm not really sure exactly how that's supposed to be pronounced. But again, you can check out his Twitter link down below. I believe that's Twitter. Yeah, right. Twitter link there down below to check out his Twitter page. This is really cool. Like at first, it doesn't look like that customized, but the more that you look at it, you can see there's a lot of stuff actually is really customized on this. Aside from just having a really fantastic paint job, it's actually really, really nicely built and customized. So it has like the backpacks. It's more like styled like the Crossbone X1 Kai or X2 Kai. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge Crossbone fan, so I get them a little bit mixed up sometimes. But and then like the detailed painting on the full cloth parts, so it's like just that like dark purple, but it has like a multiple tones there. You can see in like this kind of detailed how he's done the masking on that. Looks really cool. And yeah, the custom base he made for it as well is really interesting. It's just like this kind of mechanical thing there with the big red X1. And it's just all really cool. This one, there's just a lot of things to talk about with this kit, kind of. I mean, just looking around all the different angles, you can see like every different angle like has something really cool, interesting to see, like how he's mounted the huge sword things like onto the side of the backpack. So those are like there on the side of the mobile suit. The painting on the thruster bells is really cool. It's like goes from like silver to purple. Kind of, I don't know if that's supposed to be just like style or if that's supposed to like recreate that kind of like heat effect. But either way, it looks cool. And also like lengthening the legs. And then like the backpack also has some funnels built into the backpack as well. So there's a lot of customization there, like on the back side of the mobile suit. So there's a lot to see and a lot to talk about with this. I would just really recommend you guys to check out the link and check out his Twitter and look at some of these photos more closely if you're interested in this, because it's a really, really nice build. One of the most interesting Crossbone X1 builds that I've ever seen, I'm sure. So, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that on the back those are not funnels, but actually those are the parts of the Peacock Smasher gun. So I'm guessing like it can be, oh no, those are funnels? Or just extra Peacock Smasher beam rifle parts attached onto the back, because in other pictures you can see it is kind of like he's holding the Peacock Smasher, but then those other ones on the back are kind of like up above the shoulder, up above the backpack, like in use. So I know, anyway, it looks really cool. Whatever it's supposed to be, I don't know exactly, but it looks cool, whatever it is. And then one more Master Grade build here before we get into a couple of HGs. This is the Master Grade Gundam version 3.0, just painted build by Kouichi. I believe I've featured work by Kouichi before. Just really, really fantastic painted build here of the 3.0 Gundam. And what I love about this is, one of the main things I love about this is just the colors. If you've seen some of my completed builds in the past, you've seen like gray color schemes is something that I've done quite often. And then I really like using purple, and so using purple as a color accent is something that I like to do as well. I've done, I think, a couple times. Most notably, my first grade Gundam Curios that I painted before was pretty much this exact same color scheme. Not quite as nice as this, because this is, for one, a much nicer kit in general. But just like different gray tones and then like purple accents. It's very familiar. But anyway, this is just really, really fantastic. Just nicely painted. So many different shades of gray as well. But it doesn't look like, sometimes when you go for like multiple shades of the color or something, it doesn't look quite good. But this time, in this case, I think it looks really, really nice, actually. And I think that does also have a lot to do with the kit, like the part separation and like panel lines, and the way that the kit is designed does lend itself kind of better to this kind of different shades of different colors and stuff. So anyway, it's fantastic, and he's added like extra details to it and stuff. There's some metal parts you can see added to it. Other thing that I like about this is the inclusion of some metallic paint. Another thing, again, if you've seen a lot of my work that I rarely or almost never use metallic paints, just because I don't really care for them. But one thing that I think is cool is when you can have a kit that just uses just a few little touches of metallics, like he's done here in just like a couple of the parts of like the joints and inner frame parts that you can see are done in metallic. And I think that's kind of, in my opinion, the best way to use metallics is just for some just parts on the inner frame and things like that. So some of the more just mechanical parts like that, not the exterior armor. That's just personal taste, but It's one thing that I really like about this kit is how he's gone about doing that. So just really cool how this is all done. I think it's really interesting colors and everything. So this one as well, check out the link down below to the Modelers G page where you can see some of these images more closer up. Next one here is a HG, the Origin Guncannon First Type by ITTA. ITTA, I don't know if it should be pronounced ITTA or just ITTA anyway. This one, again, is another one you can check out on Modelers G. This one it's basically just a custom painted and weathered Gundam First Type. A Guncannon First Type, I should say. One thing I like about this is just the colors, just to see it in white and then all the markings in red. It almost makes it look like it's sort of like a medical unit. So that's a kind of interesting thing about this that I thought was pretty cool. The other thing is the weathering on it. The weathering is, admittedly, even I'll admit, I think is quite heavy in some areas. There's definitely, yeah, some pretty heavy weathering in some areas and like quite dark and really contrasty here. But I think it works really well just as like a very stylistic way of weathering, where, you know, if you wanted it to be realistic, like realistically, I don't know if it would look like quite like that. I mean, like the weathering is done really nicely, but again, like I said, I'm not sure that would weather quite like that in real life. I don't know. Anyway, but it looks really cool just because it looks really stylistic, I think, personally. So like again, just the contrast of this white mobile suit and like all this like really dark, heavy weathering and stuff. Looks really cool. And again, it's just like just about having style and having some like creativity going on with the painted build of this. Is something that I really like. So that's why this kit really stood out to me. And just it's a fantastic kit. So I think he's done really nice work with that. So yeah, that's it. And the last one for you guys today is this HG Iron Blooded Orphans Geirail by Type 920, Type 920, Type 920. I don't know exactly, again, how that's supposed to be pronounced or said, but I've been following this guy on Twitter, and I really highly suggest that you guys do as well. If you've seen my review of the Geirail, you know that it wasn't a mobile suit that I particularly cared too much for, but a really fantastic paint job can change my mind on probably pretty much anything. And I love the colors on this, so that's why I really like this build and why I wanted to share it here with you guys. The inner frame is a really light, kind of yellowish gray color, which is a really unique color that we just don't see very often, which I think looks really cool in this case. And then the very light blue and like navy blue used for the armor parts. Again, it's just a really, really cool color palette for this. Cool color palette, see what I did there? But anyway, some metallics used for this for the weapons, and actually in this case I don't really particularly care too much for that. I kind of wish that he wouldn't have used metallics for the weapons. It's not something that I would have done personally, but aside from that, I love the colors of this kit. Everything looks really cool, and then like the two-tone gray on the back skirt, kind of hover unit thing on the back of it as well is really cool. The orange just on the back, just on like the back of the mobile suit is the only place you can see this like really bright orange there. Makes it a really cool accent. Not sure how he's done that with the mono eye, but the mono eye is a little bit bright there, you can see, or just like the visor there anyway. So I'm not sure if he's done like some like silver painting inside there or something like that to make that a little bit more bright, but that looks cool. I believe he also like modified the hand to make it into just a closed fist instead of a holding hand. So aside from that, I think there were also some other small modifications that he did to that just in the armor, but maybe not a whole lot. But anyway, just a really, really cool, interesting kit here. So this one is just like I said before with the Guncannon. I just really like this one for its style. It's just a really creative color palette and looks really cool, interesting. So that's, yeah, just what I like. And I even on the light blue parts, he did the panel lining in blue, which is quite unique. And I think if someone told me like, oh, I have light blue parts, can I panel line them in blue? I would think like, oh, that sounds kind of strange. I don't know how that's gonna look, but it looks good apparently. So Yeah, that's really cool. So this one, definitely follow him on Twitter. I would really recommend you do so if you don't already. It's just at type920. And also just check out his Modelers G link. I'll have that down below here as well, so check those out. And thank you guys for watching this month's episode of Gunpla News. I'm sorry that my voice has probably been strange because I'm having a cold at the moment. And this month's episode of Gunpla News has taken me a lot longer to film than usual because I have to break like every few minutes to stop to blow my nose. So I have like a mountain of tissue piling up over here. So sorry about that, guys, but I just wanted to get this out for you guys. So hopefully the sound of my like nasally cold voice is not too annoying. Anyway, that's it, guys. I've got a mountain of reviews to get to for you guys, so I'll be getting those out as soon as I can. Like the majority of the stuff that all came out in December. I think the Psycho Zaku is the only thing that I've reviewed so far from December. Everything else is all built, but I just need to get it in front of the camera and get the reviews filmed for you guys. So those will all be coming soon. I know people have been asking me about like the RG Build Strike and the Floros and the Vidar and all of that stuff. So yes, all that stuff I'll be reviewing soon enough. Just be patient. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. If you have any other questions or comments about whatever, just leave those down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.